Hey y'all, this your girl Gina. I gotta vent right quick, okay? Cause I'm not understanding something. I get a lot of people go off of this, but I'm just not one of them. Okay, so bear with me, y'all. So I'm coming from a Family Dollar, right? Where I was in Family Dollar. And so this guy, he's flirting or whatever. He trying to talk or whatever, and that's fine. That's not the issue, you know. But he asked me. He said, "What are you?" And I was like, "What you mean?" He said, "Yeah, what are you? Cause you look like a." I said, "Look like a what?" I went straight to attitude. Look like a what? What I look like? And he said, "What you are? Leo or what you are?" I said, "You asking me my sign?" He said, "Yes." I said, "I'm a Aquarius." I said, "Why?" You know. So he said, "Oh no, I didn't mess with three Aquarius. All of them was crazy." I said, "Sir, I'm not real big on astrology. I know some people are, but I'm just not. I'm not gonna sit up here and ask a person what their sign is. That's not gonna stop me from dealing with a person because they are a Leo or in my case, Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should get to know the person, not their sign. You know what I'm saying? I done dated people and they all was different signs. So what the hell does that mean? So because I'm an Aquarius, that mean you not gonna date me because I'm an Aquarius? That is the dumbest stuff I've ever heard of in my life. What is wrong with y'all? I just don't get it. And no shade to people that's into astrology or horoscope, whatever you want to call it, because some stuff do be spot on, I whatever. But I'm not gonna get to know you by getting to know your sign. I feel like you get to know a person through communication, through observation, being around them. That's how you get to know a person. Just because I'm an Aquarius and you a Leo, what the hell does that mean? Because you could be a Leo, like I said, or a Sagittarius or whatever, and we may have some of the same traits. So what does that mean? Like, I just don't get it. I feel like, the dating pool is already crazy, especially when you're over 40. But so you mean to tell me because I'm an Aquarius, because that's what he said, right? So because I'm an Aquarius, you're not going to pursue anything because I'm an Aquarius? Really? I believe every person got good and bad in them. Okay? I don't care what their sign is. I'm not about to ask you what your sign is. I don't care. Because that don't determine nothing for me. Nigga, I want to know you. Excuse my, language. But I want to know you. Not your sign. I'm not about to ask. That's not even in my questions to ask a man when I'm getting to know him. What's his sign? That ain't nowhere on the list. That ain't nowhere on the list. Trust me, it's not. I just don't get it. But I know y'all astrology people gonna come in my DMs or and say, "Oh no, cause I dated this one and this one." You know what I'm saying? He was crazy. I'm like, maybe it was just him. So anybody that's a Virgo or anybody that's a Sagittarius or whatever is crazy. Really? You really gonna base your life, your potential mate, on their sign? Please make this make sense to me, because I don't get it. I don't get it. I believe in old school getting to know a person, communication, not me sitting up here asking what your sign is. That don't make sense to me. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I'm not making fun of y'all, to each their own. But for me, you can miss me with that sign stuff.